Hello and welcome to another episode of Tech I Want. Today we're changing things up a bit and we're going to talk about a product that allows me to stare at myself while having a Skype or conference call with someone else, pretending like I'm looking them straight in the eye, but again, staring at myself the entire time. Today we're going to be talking about the Center Cam. The Center Cam, finally a middle screen webcam. Center Cam is an adjustable webcam that operates in the middle of your screen. And to talk about it today, it's me, Rafi, and my co-host, Daniel.
Yeah, and normally we receive these products in the studio and we review them, we take them apart, put them back together again, and try to understand how they work. But today we want to let you behind the scenes to show you how we select our products, how we review the Indiegogo or Kickstarter pages, what we look for in the comments, what we look for in the campaigners, and break it all down so you know how to choose a good crowdfunding product. And yeah, today we're looking at Center Cam. You want to watch the video?
Yeah, so we're going to break this down by watching the video. We'll go through the campaign and just kind of criticize that, hopefully in a positive light, we'll see. And then just talk about our final impressions. So yeah, let's give it a go.
This is a normal view in video conferences. So is this one. But what if you could have this view? Center Cam changes the focal angle from screen edge above or screen edge below to the middle of your screen. Now you can see the person you're talking to while you're talking to them. Or you can read a teleprompter, like I am right now. Another reveal is I'm using Center Cam to make this video. Center Cam is a fully adjustable middle screen webcam. If you Google middle screen webcam and nothing comes up, don't worry. It's because Center Cam has created a new category of webcam. Now you can put your webcam where you need it, and you can put your people back at the center of your tech. It's a simple solution to an important problem. Center Cam, a better connection.
Okay, so first of all, I love this video. It's something you don't often see on crowdfunding campaigns. They usually go overboard. They overproduce their videos. It's this high budget. Didn't we watch that one with helicopters flying people in and
Helicopters, explosions,
Yeah.
fancy cars.
It's like a 5-6 minute ad.
Right.
This was 1 minute. And it's a dude just recording using his product, showing you what it is. You know, It's a fairly simple, easy to understand product. They don't need to over present it.
Totally. I got the exact same feeling. I feel like this guy is in his basement. He just came up with this thing, which when you look at the product, it looks fairly simple. And it feels like everything is homemade, and that includes the product itself. I feel like he just took like a small little spy cam and added a paper clip to it. And then on top of that, the video production is in the basement of his house, using the product like you said, right? And maybe a light, maybe no light, whatever the glow of the computer screen is bouncing off on him. What I like, and I think you touched on this, is that this has a very homegrown feel. And that starts with the product. It also is involved in the video, and even looking at the campaign.
Page. Yeah, it's very simple, straightforward. It's not trying to market itself. It's just presenting the product. This is what it is.
Yeah, just on the very top of the screen, usually we'll have like a company name or something that's attached, but instead the campaign is by Ian Foster. It's just his first and last name, which again, I love this homegrown feel. I have a feeling that this is what was initially the intention.
This is what crowdfunding was for, no?
Right.
Yeah. Just for creators in their homes, coming up with an idea, putting it online, seeing if people want to participate.
Totally.
Yeah, companies started coming in and muddying the waters, but this is back to its roots. And it's really seen some success. So you don't usually see this in crowdfunding. So this is right now an in-demand campaign. Started off on Kickstarter, where they only raised $63,000. 530 people backed it. That's fairly good for especially this kind of quality of a campaign. But then they went into in-demand, and I think in 9 months, they raised an extra $1,500,000.
Wow. What does in-demand mean?
So Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaigns, they can normally only last up to 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they can enter Indiegogo in demand forever, and be up there for a year. And just keep.
Oh, it's like shopping. Okay, so
it's
then
like e-commerce.
Go ahead.
On Indiegogo.
Yeah. Nice.
Anything more with this intro section?
Well, I mean, speaking of videos, if you go down a little bit further, he's got a few testimonial videos or behind the scenes. This one in particular, there's this one where he asks a magician to test the center camera. This is this for me is the stupidest video ever.
It's the stupidest magic trick ever.
It's the stupidest magic trick
what
ever.
What card you want? Black?
Yeah.
Red.
Whoa! I mean, I love it. Everyone's surprised. I mean, it's a wonderful trick, right? But after seeing the third card being the exact same card, and then he does it again, it's like a 10-minute video of this guy doing a really cheesy magic
But I like
trick.
how the people watching it don't really realize what he's doing.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
And he doesn't explain it. He doesn't set it up. It's just this magician saying, "What card do you think will appear next?" And they say
Red.
black.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going.
And it keeps going, and then it keeps going, and then you realize what's happening, and yet it keeps going. Like my attention dropped very quickly after the video started, and I don't know how that showed off the center cam.
Yeah, it was a strange use of it, but also I liked how excited the magician was. So it's COVID. He can't perform with people. He can't show people his tricks.
Yeah.
He's like, this is a way to connect with people. I'm looking straight at their face. But the first video had two people on the screen, and the camera's in the middle, so he's not looking at either of them. But at least they're looking straight into his face.
Right. So I guess it could help with magic tricks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if magic tricks had a level of like hypnosis involved in it, I could see the arguments.
Look
like
into my eyes.
yeah, he's staring right into their eyes and just telling them what to do, and what to believe, and everything. Like it works.
I think here, I mean, the benefits of this are fairly obvious. You're having a call. Whoever you're talking to is usually maximized in the center of your screen. You just set up the center cam to be bang in the center of their face. It's like you're maintaining eye contact. They see you looking at the camera. Camera's not looking from above. Why didn't they just show it like that? Have some UGC, homegrown videos of people just Skype calling each other.
Yeah.
No magic involved. And again, this picture here, so we're looking now at the center cam tech specs, which
Right.
normally on crowdfunding campaigns, the tech specs is way at the bottom. But I like that this looks like it was just put together on PowerPoint or something.
He
The
took
fonts,
Yeah, I don't even think he did that. I think he just took it from the Chinese manufacturer's website, copy pasted it, and then put a center cam logo on the top. Again, I have nothing wrong with that. I don't think that's anything bad there, but it just has it totally goes very far away from the rest of its production value. It just kind of sticks out like a big sore thumb.
Yeah.
But you got to show what's involved at some point in the campaign, right? And this is, when I want to say at this point that he's using what I assume to be like a little spy cam. It's very tiny. And when I looked at the price of this center cam, I was kind of blown away at how expensive it was. It was like, what is it, $185?
I think that's for two of them. Wait a minute, $115.
$115. I thought, wow, man, that seems pretty expensive. So then I just went along and I looked up how much a spy cam costs, or like a little mini camera, and it's about $85. So it's not like it's right in line. No, it's not a huge markup at all. This is a very reasonable price for what the product is.
Yeah, because he added in a bunch of other things as well, and I think there might be some unique proprietary design to his products. It's not like he
the paperclip? He took it from like a little sandwich bag, a paperclip.
How many people are buying them? Sorry, 10,000
10,000
people. That's a lot of sandwiches.
Yeah. Speaking of though, did you see how? I mean, one of the things I really love about this campaign is that they're very transparent about the entire thing. Really good dialogue between the backers and the campaigners, or let's say just Ian Foster. And one of the things that I love is that he's showing videos of the production process of the factory floor.
Further down the page.
One of them includes the actual way they make those paper clips. And they're not paper clips, of course. I know that's much more robust and has a very specific use more than a paper clip. But they have it like a plastic injection machine, and they have a bunch of people sitting around chopping them up. I love this level of transparency. It really makes me feel confident in the product itself and the campaign, and lets me know where the money's going.
Yeah, you can actually see them spending the money, like getting your product made. And it's not just a bunch of fake Chinese factory pictures. A lot of campaigns will have like, this is our warehouse, and it's just a standard Chinese factory.
Oh, how do you know that? I'm just sorry, but how do you know that factory is? Let me ask, what gave you the impression that wasn't a Chinese factory?
Oh no, it totally could be a Chinese factory,
Right.
but it's showing his product being made.
Ah,
Whereas other ones, it will be like the Alibaba, this is our factory, and
Right.
it's just one
it's
standard
the same shoe
image.
factory
Yeah.
every single time for whatever the product
Yeah,
is. I see.
Whereas
yeah,
here you can actually see a video of this is my product in the Chinese shoe factory.
Yeah.
Okay, you were saying it looks like a spy cam. You know what it looks like to me? What's the one doctor you don't really want to go to?
I'm a proctologist.
Yeah.
The proctologist.
What are those cameras called? That's kind
Ass
of what it
cam?
reminds.
Wait, does it have an official name? I think it's a
I'm
spy
guessing
cam
it.
on a stick. It's a snake cam, I think.
Yeah, that's what it essentially is. You know, it's passing through whatever the image is through this tube.
Fiber optic cable.
Fiber optics. Yeah, there you go.
I remember that from my video game days. Playing, God, what was that video game? The one where it was the Black Ops guy. It was a
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And he had that little snake cam
Can
that
he
he
pass
could put
under the
underneath
door? Yeah, I can remember that.
He took that and added a paperclip onto it.
They call it flex tube. 1 foot of flex tube.
Yeah. Which I'm sure the proctologist calls it a flex tube as well. It's got to go through a lot of
Yeah,
intestines.
just hold your breath. In goes the flex tube. This is something that I feel like it wasn't that well explained. So we're looking at the angles, the field of view.
Right.
I think for any photographer, videographer, they know what this field of view thing means. But for somebody who just wants to buy a webcam for $100, you think that they get that across?
I don't understand it, but they even write later in the notes. He's like, yeah, most people won't need to know these things. Yeah. If you know the specific use of your shot or the center cam, then you should maybe upgrade or change to the other one. And I think he said specifically for those people who are doing
Content creators on YouTube.
yeah, thank you, content creators or streamers. You know, like people who want to have more focus on them, I guess.
Yeah, a narrower field of view.
Yeah, narrower field of view.
Maybe we should get one.
What?
Although if we do it in this format, it'll just be recording the wall.
Yeah. No, it's a good idea. We could travel and still do this show.
I'd like to see other fun uses of this camera. Just someone walking around with like it sticking off their head or something, or
Would you?
actually, why not? On the campaign
I don't
page.
think you. Yeah.
Other ways to use the center cam. Sneak it under doors, Splinter Cell, have like a little fun video. That would be the typical high production Kickstarter video. Helicopters sneaking the center cam under a door.
Right.
Yeah.
Spies that need to talk to one another, but make eye contact while doing it.
There's still a lot more to be said. You know what I also think? It's an obsolete technology. Not yet, but it soon will be. There are already phones that have the camera under the display. I think it's called under display camera. Very creative.
Yeah.
It's still not quite there. The quality isn't very good because obviously you're shooting through an image. You've got the OLED screen on top,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to shoot with a camera from behind that. So
Yeah.
obviously the image quality is a bit blurry, out of focus. But that slowly is gonna get there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that far-fetched to think that in 2-3 years, laptops won't come with a webcam on the top or on the bottom. They'll come with a webcam in the center of the screen already. It'll be a completely bezel-less screen. It'll just be webcam. You can't even see it, but they're recording you constantly. Yeah.
How do you hide that webcam when you're looking at porn?
It's behind this. Oh.
Yeah, the other one. I mean, you're gonna cover it up the very top of the screen, right? That's like everyone's got that trick. But when you're gonna do it when it's behind the screen,
You just have some tape in the middle of your screen.
right? It interferes with your watching, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the industry will change for that? The porn industry, I'm saying. Like they're gonna have the people performing their acts outside of the center of it'll be like they'll film them, but they'll always be working on the side.
And there will be the opposite of the center cam. Instead of a camera on a stick, it'll be a little dot on a stick that you can hang, and it just blocks that little center point.
Right, yeah.
Or if you bought your center cam, you can just turn it off and have that covering the actual camera behind your screen.
Yes, yeah.
It'll still be useful, so it won't be obsolete. Okay. The campaigner does not have other campaigns. This is his first campaign, from what I saw. There was no other Ian.
Click on his name. Let's see what happens.
So I was looking at this. He does have.
It's just a selfie video. It's selfie video in Jordan, right? Like, where is he?
Oh yeah. He's a maverick.
Yeah.
Gold diver, inventor, fabricator. Fabricator of what? Lies? Writer, photographer. Bullshit,
BS.
psychology.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Is psychology a bachelor of science? Is it a science? Psychology? I always assumed it was a bachelor of arts. Is there a science behind psychology? Anyway, that's more of a
Psychiatry.
Psychiatry, perhaps. Psychology. Someone let me know if that's true or not. Can you have is psychology a science or is it an art? And an MBA
in international business and an MSW. What's an MSW? Master of Science.
Microsoft Word counseling. I don't know what an MSW is.
Well, he can make it, he can break it, and he can fix it.
And replace it. And help you feel good about it. I'm a maverick. Well, that's cool. Like he is like a
maverick.
I think he's like everyone that I wanted to grow up to be this guy, basically.
Yeah.
But I was watching, it was because I was watching as a child Indiana Jones and what was the other guy that had a passport for every country? Would you
MacGyver?
know? Yes, MacGyver, exactly. Yeah. This guy grew up to become the MacGyver that we all wanted.
And he always made weapons out of paper clips and
never used a gun. Yeah. He just had a mini spy camera, a stick, and a paper clip, and he made something out of it. Yeah. And made $1 million out of it.
He's from Alaska. I found that interesting as well. I guess there's not much to do in Alaska.
Yeah.
Just
a tinker.
Center cams. So he launched his campaign twice. It's the same campaign. I was having a look at this as well. I think he must have made a mistake.
Is there anything else here?
No, it's those two campaigns. These are campaigns he's following.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's the same campaign twice. He came over from Kickstarter. The Kickstarter campaign is essentially the same as what we're seeing here. Nothing's different.
Also, can you help explain this to me? Why would someone go from making lots of money on Kickstarter to then making lots of money on Indiegogo?
He didn't make that much money on Kickstarter.
63,000.
Okay, that's a fair amount. That's more than we're making
for paper clips. Yeah, exactly. But how does that work? How does someone go from Kickstarter to Indiegogo? How is that cool? Why would anyone do that?
You don't like Indiegogo?
No, I think it's fantastic. But why don't they just choose one campaign? For me, I always get a sense of like a little bit of greediness whenever someone goes from one campaign to another, as if it wasn't enough that they supplied a product and made lots of money and delivered a product on one campaign or one platform. They do it on another.
Well, it's the same product. Again, it's the going into in-demand, no? So they had the 60-day campaign on Kickstarter. That finished. You can't extend that on Kickstarter. Kickstarter only does live campaigns. And then they're like, I want to keep going. People like this product. I had 500 people pledge 63,000 to get this product. It seems like a good idea. People are leaving me good comments, good reviews. Let's keep this going. And so he goes over to in-demand, and then he can just kind of keep it going like e-commerce.
I understand. E-commerce website now. So does he get to choose if it goes into in-demand, or is it because...
Yeah, he could stop the campaign after Kickstarter and call it quits. Be like, okay, I'm going to deliver these 500 center cams.
Okay, so it's not a platform that Indiegogo gives him, like that in-demand. He chooses to go into in-demand.
Yeah. So you could say he is a little greedy. But
I don't know if he's supplying a product that people want, in which it seems like he is. I just think it's weird that they go from one platform to another. That's what part of it feels a little bit greedy to me.
And again, yeah, like you're saying, the people commenting on the updates in the comments, it's mostly positive stuff. People have already started receiving their center cams, haven't they? Yeah.
They're very transparent and they speak directly to anyone's questions. If you don't mind, can we go into... Let's go to frequent... Oh, okay, let's stay in the comments here and let's see. Do you have any favorite comments by anyone?
This one about where someone was commending them on their choice of camera sensor, the clips.
Yeah.
It's like he's broken it down in the past. I don't know where this is. It might be in one of the updates, but he's like broken down what the camera is made of, like all the different parts and stuff like that. And these people have received it and they've confirmed it and they've been like, good choice. You made the right choice. I'm going with these.
Yeah, so 3 days ago, from whenever we're looking at this, Ken Mura says, after a long FedEx hiccup, it finally came. They really do stink these days. Huh? Oh, FedEx. My comments. I'm happy with the camera quality. Good choice going with the Sony sensor. Not that there are that many options available. Laugh out loud. Lol. The clip spring is weak. Also, my Apple Thunderbolt display is a bit thick, so it just doesn't hold well. I wish there are some other ways to do this. A bit of a minus I have to overcome somehow. The accessory light clip doesn't open wide enough. I can't really use it. So in response, they say overall, wait, that's Ken. That's Ken again, commenting on his own comment. So one day later, he says, overall, the design does exactly what it promises, and great that it's kept simple. I'll be using this for all my video calls from now on.
So I think he worked out the kinks, Maybe it wasn't meant for that big a display.
Yeah.
So it works on your laptops. The clip opens wide enough, but that might be a thicker monitor, so it doesn't quite wrap around it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, that's my own problem. I'll figure it out. And I guess he did.
Yeah, overall, it sounds like he's happy with the product and he's willing to kind of MacGyver it, or should we say Ian Foster it, until it finally works.
What comments did you like?
I liked that one, and then there was also another one by Dennis M.
Oh, here it is.
Hi, Ian. I have received my 3 center cam packs. Awesome. Did he order 3 center cams? How would he... It's on a paperclip. You can't just take it off and put it onto another camera. But anyway, these babies are amazing. Crystal clear images, so easy to install, no software required, and it integrates perfectly with Zoom, Teams, Skype, etc. Thank you so much. Best wishes, Dennis. So that was an awesome, positive review. And I thought that was interesting because the very next comment, which actually was before his, so maybe he was commenting in reaction to what this person is about to say, Mr. Dick Van Der Wateren. Dick Van Der Wateren. Dick Van Der Wateren. Hi, Ian. I sent you a cry for help a while ago. My center cam does not work in various conferencing apps like Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, etc. Pretty much everything that where the other guy's camera works. It works briefly and then freezes. You sent me an email asking for some details about the problem. I replied to that, but I've not heard from you since. It's really annoying to have such a fine piece of equipment not working. So again, please help. Best, Dick. Ian Foster replied to that. He says, thanks for circling back. I'll reach out to my customer support and see what happened on this. CenterCam should work in Zoom, Meet, Teams, etc. Check your email and reply all to keep me in the loop, Ian. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like how he directly is addressing this one guy's problem. Everyone else says it works for me. This guy says it doesn't, and he's following it.
I'm going to fix it. Yeah. What I find interesting from this as well is that he does have customer support.
Yeah.
So there might be a little bit of a team behind him. I guess when he sold it to 10,000 backers, that's not something you can handle by yourself. And that is kind of one of the dangers of crowdfunding campaigns. No? You start off, you think, I'm going to sell this. I want 500 people to buy this. But what happens when 10,000 people join in? You really have to ramp up manufacturing, customer support, all of these things to actually be able to deliver on your promise.
Totally. Or I picture that our man, the Maverick, Ian Foster, is also customer service. He just puts on a different hat.
Yeah.
He moves to another laptop with a different center cam on it.
Puts on some glasses and a mustache.
Yeah. Yes, that's his alternate ego.
Yeah. But I did read something about this is a problem with Zoom, at least, that even though the camera is 1080p, Zoom on its free version only lets you record 720p.
Yeah, I also read that.
So
where did we read that? Yeah, it was somewhere in here.
Yeah, so it might be that some people are having that problem and they don't realize that it's not a center cam problem, it's a Zoom problem.
And lastly, let's go to maybe some of the frequently asked questions to see if we can clear up anything that other people might have questions about.
FAQ. What is the resolution? Oh, okay, right. Here was the thing about
this is
Zoom.
where it is, yeah.
The resolution is 1080p. We're not going to read these out one by one, no?
No, we can sum it up, yeah. So like we just said, it's a HD 1080p camera, but some of the programs that are using these conferencing softwares, they bring it down to 720p.
When will it be available? Well, like everything, they've had chip shortages.
Yeah.
China's being really problematic now with that. But they changed the chip, and it should be ready in the next 60 days.
From mid-June, right?
And now they're saying there's a 30-day window on shipping for most orders. So if you order it now, it will ship in a month from now.
Yeah, but looking at the comments, I don't see anyone complaining about not getting their product, which seems to be very common nowadays when we go through some of these Kickstarters or these crowdfunders, should I say.
People aren't very forgiving about late shipping. It's like dry clean only. Who was it? Seinfeld, I think, had that joke. That's the only label people really listen to. Don't drink and drive. Don't take medicine while operating heavy machinery.
Yeah.
That doesn't apply to me. But don't, what is it? This is dry clean only. What? No, you're putting it in the wash?
Yeah.
Same thing here, you know?
I also like the joke is dry clean only means always dirty because I'm never taking it to get dry cleaned. But also another tag that I always respect is the mattress tag. I don't know why that's such a weird thing, but they're the tags on mattresses, at least in the US, they say you cannot remove this tag. And I don't.
Oh, yeah?
Every mattress I have still has that tag on it that says do not remove this tag.
You remove other tags?
Yeah. For weight.
Counting grams.
I want to be streamlined and light.
How
Much to the chagrin of my mom, though, because then she has nowhere else to write my name on my underwear and t-shirts.
Like she still does?
Yeah.
Back to the campaign. How wide does the standard clip open? If our friend with the Apple Thunderbolt display had read this, he might have figured out that it might not open around his. It opens to a maximum of 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty big, no? 2
Yeah,
inches,
how big are these flipping monitors?
Displays, yeah.
There's also, we didn't talk about this, but there's also a premium version that includes a light, like a circle light. I don't know what that's called technically, but you attach it to the top of the monitor, like up here, and it helps light up yourself while you're talking into the center cam. And that one, they were saying, has a smaller clip, and it definitely will not fit on every single monitor. That one, he even says you're going to have to jerry rig it somehow if you want to use it.
But you know what seems strange to me about that? So lighting is an important thing. And I think now that everyone's doing everything online and everything's on these calls, video quality is one of those things that everyone's upset about. And having a light is a cheap solution to really upgrading the quality of your video calls. So it's good that they're including it. But why a ring light? You know, when I saw the ring light at first, I thought, oh, that's perfect. The center cam will be in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, I know.
So they put it at the top of the monitor. But if they're putting it at the top of the monitor, why not just have a bar light? You know, you don't need a ring light.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Very strange. Wow. Oh, I didn't read this. Ian.
Who's on the team? Ian. It's just Ian. See? There's Aaron as well. There's a couple other people, but I think those are just other Ians.
Damon.
There's Brian as well.
But he has
Everyone's
over
on a first name
1,000
basis.
hours underwater in the Arctic. That's pretty nuts.
That is a fun fact.
That's cold. I'd like to just see it, have a center cam video call with Ian.
Underwater.
Yeah, underwater. Discuss the Arctic. So yeah, it's Ian, Damon.
I love the way that Ian is writing all of this. You know, it's very personal. Everyone's on a first name basis. I like how, who is this? Damon provided the music at Ian's wedding.
And Aaron grew up in a town with more cattle than people.
Oh my. I feel like that's the situation we're in right now.
Yeah. And the center cam does have a microphone, if any of you were wondering.
Yeah, that was actually a big question. It says it does have a microphone, but it's not a very high quality microphone. So if you need to have quality sound, he does recommend that you use a different microphone. Which
again, great. You know, he's being really upfront about it. He's not trying to fool you. He's not trying to oversell the microphone.
Yeah.
It has a microphone because we thought that would be convenient, but it's not very good.
Okay. Cool. So
center cam.
Yeah. So what do you think? In the end, would you buy something like this?
Yes. You know, I trust the creator. Everything's very low key. So again, going back to the how we choose crowdfunding campaigns, a big thing is trust. Is this person going to deliver? And I think he is. You know, looking through the comments and stuff as well, he's definitely delivering. So I trust it. And the product itself, I think it's really cool. For $100, you know, have a camera that you can actually look at people's faces. Because again, that's the thing. When you're taking selfies and stuff with your phone or video calling people, your eyes are always off to the side, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a little bit didistracting.
Or checking how you look during the selfie to see
yeah.
if it's all measuring up. You know, did you get the mayonnaise off your mustache? All that kind of stuff.
And then you look at the picture post taking, and you're not actually looking at the camera.
Yeah.
So this is nice little invention. It's not that expensive. I don't think you'll be using it for the next 5 years. I think this is a problem that will be solved in another way. But, you know, for the next 2-3 years, people will be blown away that, how's he actually looking at me? Is he just sat looking at the little webcam at the top? I think you'll confuse a fair amount of people.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
I agree with you completely, man. I think it's an awesome campaign. I like Ian Foster, the person, and everything that he's representing and everything that he's throwing out there with this campaign, the way his messaging, the way he's keeping in touch with everyone who's following him and backing him. The product itself is very cool. I don't know if I need a product like this, though. It wasn't. I love how he says, finally, a middle screen webcam, as if it was something that all of us were asking for and waiting till that product finally came out, that solution to the big problem. I think it was a problem for some people. For me, it wasn't a huge problem. I don't mind if someone sees me more forehead than chin. So I think it's great. Great product. Probably not for me. I wouldn't get this. But I can totally see for some people how this would be a solution to many of their problems.
Ian, if you're watching this, we'd love to get our hands on it and review it, though. This is one of those really tech I want products. So if you're out there, if you're listening to this, Ian, Darren, Aaron, Max,
and Brian. Yeah.
Send us a center cam.
Yeah. And we'll even do if you send us one, I will do a magic trick with the center cam.
You'll learn how to do magic just for this. Yeah. Okay, well, that was Tech I Want. This was a new format. Let us know what you thought about the center cam and also about this, just page breakdown, campaign breakdown. It's interesting, trying something new.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. So, yeah, let's do another one.
Yeah. Okay. Until next time.
See you guys. Bye-bye.